What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. You're watching the Challenger League. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav, currently in Group F for the top 2 Advanced Premier League. Third place goes to Challenger League. Fourth place is out. Currently the winner's match 1-1 to Minigun and State. Who takes it, Nick?
I don't know, man. I actually think I have to give State a side edge here, because that last game has got to be mentally devastating for Minigun.
Yeah.
I mean, State, I think he actually built a Stargate before he built a single gateway unit. When he recognized that there was no scout coming. Or maybe he just started STARCRAFT, but he started Stargate very early, because that Oracle came out super fast.
Where if the probe was there, you don't necessarily want to start that Stargate.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was just Minigun walking a probe to State's location, leaving right before the Nexus was in vision, and then just not realizing State spawned at a location, checking other 2 locations on Whirlwind, and then finding out State. But scouting's important in StarCraft too.
Absolutely. And again, when you miss that scout and you're going across the map, you're like, oh, I screwed up. It happens. But the good news is, it was a short game. It's not like it was a long one. Minigun, should be feeling like, okay, I outplayed my opponent in game 1. There's no reason it can't happen in game 3. But here we are on Belshir Vestige in the ace match of this winner's match. WCS America Challenger League Group F. Bottom right-hand location, I present your red Protoss player taking a quick game number 2 with some fancy Oracle play and a follow-up gateway aggression. Representing Gamefront, he is State. State is one of the fastest players I've ever seen.
He's very fast.
Like, if you stand behind that guy and watch him, look at that APM right now. And he's one of the guys who, he has a really fancy keyboard where every key is different. So it's actually mesmerizing to watch him play.
Yeah, it's a black and white keyboard.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yep. Might have a different keycap here and there or something. But of course, his opponent in the top left-hand location is your blue Protoss player representing Team Root Gaming, the man of many middle names. He is Minigun, trying to join his teammates Puck, Theognis, Vibe, and Sage. Of course, Root right now trying to get all their players in Premier League, and so far, they're 4 for 4, which isn't terrible, is it?
No, it's pretty hard to do better than 4 for 4.
Yeah, very difficult.
That is a perfect ratio.
Yes. Is it?
It is. Well, yeah. So this time, Minigun's gonna be more on top of the scouting. I would be saying. You know what's interesting? State is scouting pretty early here. This is not typical. In modern PvP, the most standard scout is after cycle.
Right.
But State is scouting substantially earlier.
Being really safe, I guess?
Yeah,
or proxy. I mean, those are the only 2. Yeah, I don't think it's a proxy.
Yeah, I mean, the opening
but,
build.
that's the only other reason you send a probe out.
Just really wants to be super safe. I mean, it's not like you're going to lose a game from scouting early, right? Minigun scouting at more standard time.
Well, you say that, and then, how did Minigun lose that last game, right?
Well, I meant from...
Oh, scouting early. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
A small difference in scouting. Because Minigun lost 2 minutes of scouting because he's got it around the entire map before finding his opponent. So that's a little bit of an extreme scouting differential.
Appropriate zapped, absorbing it for now. Not losing any health.
He just wanted to make sure the shield regeneration works.
Yeah. And does it? And he's just finding out it does. So he's going to be relieved that he wasn't malfunctioned coming out of the Nexus.
It's important, to always check your systems.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, you don't want your airplane pilot to just take off without first making sure the airplane's
Yeah, you got to make sure the engine's running.
Yeah.
You got to make sure the wings are on it. Make sure you have a certified pilot. It's very important.
So State going for a fast sentry opening. And that is either a fast expansion or it could be straight into Phoenix or something like that as well. We'll have to see which one it is. It looks like it's going to be straight to Stargate. So last game we got the Oracle first. Sometimes people go straight to the Phoenix. A very fast tech. And the idea of getting the sentry so fast is that the sentry, by the time your opponent has Warp Gate and is really hitting you with a lot of units, it can have 2 force fields.
Yes.
But the weakness is if you don't have units to supplement it, sometimes you end up being forced to use one of those force fields early on when your opponent pokes you with just a couple gateway units. So there's an advantage and disadvantage taking that sentry early.
probe. Not quite going to see that Stalker and Pylon. And Minigun, again, he's going for this 3-gate aggression. Now, State adding on the quick Stargate. So it's likely going to be an Oracle from here. The question is he going to keep it back to defend, or is it going to be Phoenix?
State still only has a single gateway unit, so...
this is dangerous.
I mean, he has to get the Phoenix first, which is smart, because the Mothership would just kill everything otherwise.
Yeah.
Minigun doesn't realize it's only a single sentry, otherwise he would have forced the force field by sending a Stalker up the ramp. But I mean,
if there's like a Zealot and a Sentry,
or a Stalker, something like that, and then you don't want to lose that first unit. So this is a 4-gate Phoenix opening from State here. Actually, adding a 4th gate, Mothership Core is taking fire. He wants to protect. Okay, 3 Stalkers is gonna protect it.
But you don't recall right now.
No.
That's the last thing you want to do.
And this is a very interesting clash of builds. A 3-gate pressuring to expand versus a Phoenix 4-gate.
Oh, Twilight Council going to be seeing this probe from State is inside the main base of Minigun. Got to work with some units to deal with that. He also saw the fast Nexus.
He did.
This is pretty dangerous for Minigun.
It is, and State has a proxy pod in the 3rd base of Minigun. He also has another probe over below the main. And this is a situation where I think this is actually a good situation for Minigun. He's warped in sentries, which is great because force fields are so essential at holding off this attack. Guardian Shield can be very useful against Phoenix as well, as long as you have the Stalkers to protect him. And he's going to have a Photon Overcharge up as soon as the Nexus completes, and there's no way State can really get enough units at the front there before Nexus completes.
Minigun also sending a probe around the bottom side of the map, but a Phoenix is going to track it down, and he's not going to be able to see the lack of a natural.
Oh, and that's pretty important there.
But those Phoenixes aren't across the map, which means Minigun is going to be a little bit safe for another 30 seconds longer. Nexus is done, so he can activate Photon Overcharge, and now he just needs to warp in exclusively units.
And he's going to have 2 Photon Overcharges by the time, I mean, as long as he doesn't lose the Mothership Core, or end up being forced to use it somewhere else.
Sentries could be picked up, we've got to be careful about that.
Yeah.
But Photon Overcharge.
I mean, State's going to have to, he's going to go into main, harass with Phoenixes, but there's a few Stalkers there to deflect that. And there's the sentries from Minigun are collecting energy as well, and State, no Blink, no Archon, no way to get through force fields. Unless he suicides the Phoenix to try to pick him up. But with that many Stalkers, that's
yeah.
I mean, this is a very rough spot for State. He's not going to stand behind us. He's just warping in more and more gateway units.
Still pretty nerve-wracking. Again, if Minigun can hold this off, he will win this game. It's almost assured at this point. State needs to kill Minigun in the next 30 seconds, in the next minute, before Minigun can get too many defensive units on the field. But does that timing exist? Once Photon Overcharge is gone, but he has the ability to throw down another one.
Oh, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to hit the time warp. Okay, good.
He made sure to hit F instead of T that time.
And that's really, I mean,
that would have been disastrous.
Yeah, I mean, he still may have held. But now his defense is very solid. And now,
Blink is about to die.
Yeah, Blink will finish roughly around the same time Photon Overcharge fades away. So, and once you have Blink, it's so difficult to combat Blink without Blink, right? As long as Minigun's micro solid. Adding a 4th gateway. So right now, even though Minigun has a good economic advantage, State can still almost equal him in production just because it's 4 gateways to State versus 3 Miniguns. But Minigun's production is of higher quality. Yeah.
Nice little pick off there.
And every unit can count.
Yes. Now, what's the plan here from State? Is he still...
Yeah, he's going to
Okay, now there's no Photon Overcharge.
He's just going to go in right now. He has a lot of Zealots, so...
You gotta pick up the sentries, too.
The force fields are so important.
Force field. Got a force field here. Guardian still going down. The force fields are great.
They almost were. Oh, great force fields by State, though. He traps a lot of Miniguns. Zealots.
Minigun just trying to slow this as long as possible.
Minigun just bled away about 10 food for almost nothing there.
A lot of Zealots coming in here. Force fields going down, trying to get those Zealots back. A lot of Stalkers here from Minigun. Remember, he does have Blink, trying to blink back those weakened Stalkers. State trying to win right here, right now. But I don't know if he has enough. The Phoenix is doing a great job picking up the units. Minigun needs to stay on top of his Blink micro. Minigun has a supply advantage, 68 to 51. Can Minigun make this work? Pulling some probes to try to fend this off. Minigun is moments away from qualifying for Season 2 of WCS America. State running out of units, and there's the GG. Minigun does it, takes the 2-1 over State, and he will be the 5th root player in WCS America Season 2. I know some are out there. Katz is making guacamole and cheering. Katz loves guacamole, and so do I.
Yeah,
but that's an
everyone
love
does,
we have.
Pretty much.
Wow.
What a beautiful game there, and I mean, that situation, he just played it. He knew exactly what he had to do, and he did it.
Yeah.
In the first set of force fields, he didn't trap too many units, but the second set,
Yeah.
he was able to fight only the Zelts of State. The Zelts and Phoenixes, of course. And then all the Stalkers got stuck behind a layer. You can see their State's backing away, of course. What's so key here is that Photon Overcharge is able to buy time in order to get Blink up. And once he had Blink, I mean, he lost like 2 Stalkers in that final engagement. I mean, it wasn't even a big deal at all for Minigun. It shows the power of the Mothership Core as a defensive utility. If you have that there, it's so hard to break your opponent's natural early on in PvP.
Yeah, just great play there from Minigun, making sure to get that second Photon Overcharge onto the Nexus. Of course, it's something he had trouble with against Top, again with the misclick. But, great game there from Minigun, great series. And Minigun, Chad Jones, will be advancing to WCS America Premier League Season 2. State is going to be going to the last match of the night. So coming up next, guys, it's going to be the losers match. It's going to be Top versus Xenocider. The winner of Top versus Xenocider will advance on to play State in the final match of the night. Again, top 2 in this group, advance to Premier League, 3rd place, Challenger League, 4th place is out of WCS America. Guys, stay tuned. Losers match, Top versus Xenocider, coming up.